I care more about him than he cares about me. And that's how it always goes. Have you ever felt like that? Even like at 11 p.m., staring at your phone, really waiting for that text message that probably is not gonna come. If this has ever been you, this video is for you. Because I know the feeling that comes next. The exhaustion of being trapped in your head all the time, or the humiliation of you know that you deserve better, but then it's too hard for you to come out of this situation, or even the frustration of one more time this is happening to you, and then you are attracted to these guys that are cheaty, that are emotionally unavailable, that you care more about him than he cares about you. And this is exhausting. And maybe you are right now in that point that you believe that maybe that's what is meant for you. But hear me, you are not crazy. I was there with you. I was like exactly this person I am describing right now. But something is happening inside of you, actually inside of your brain. And that's what we are gonna be talking on this video. Because something is running the show and you are not even aware of it. It's not because you are unlucky that you are attracting all these guys. It's because of something inside of your brain that is making you attract these guys and fall in love with these guys. But today you are going to understand what is that, how to fix that. Welcome to my channel. My name is Mara Brito Haas, and I have studied neuroscience for over 7 years, and I have been helping women to break these patterns that are making them attract the worst in their life, and I even got an award for that. But this doesn't qualify for what I'm gonna tell you over here. What qualifies me to tell everything over here is that I had an abusive relationship as well. I had toxic relationships. One of these relationships, the guy almost took my life. He tried to suffocate me. He humiliated me in front of everybody. I was with marks all over me. A lot had happened. He used to lock me into places and take the key. And I remember that I was really believing that that was my fault, that everything that was happening, it was because I let that get into that place. I was alone, I was ashamed, and I didn't know how to get out of that situation, and I didn't know what could I do to make me another person, to become a different person, because I was not recognizing myself anymore. And don't you think that after that I found my husband? No, I attract way other bad guys. I attracted so many other guys that were shitty also. That was ghosting me, that was making me like an idiot. That was one of the guys that I was talking straight for 1 month. I was like super in love with him, and then he just ghosted me, like from nowhere. And I was like such a heartbreak. I was with my heart broken. I was another one that was just like calling me whenever he wanted, and I was accepting it. And then I was like, whenever I saw it, I was like, what am I doing with my life over here? So I could see one thing, that was different men but same patterns, things that was happening to me over and over again to make my heart get broken. It took me years to really heal inside of me, for me to understand what was happening and to take back control over my life, for me to be where I am today, for me to really find a healthy and happy relationship. It was not lucky that I found the man of my dreams. It was a lot of work inside of me. I had to become a different person for this to happen to me, or else I was gonna keep attracting the same guys that were shitty with me. And that's what we are gonna understand right now. So let's dive into the part that it's gonna be very helpful for you from now on, for everything in your life, but especially for your love life. Because that's why you are here, right? To understand why you keep attracting these kind of guys and how to fix that. So first thing that I want you to understand is that your brain has one primary job, and is not to make you happy. Your brain goes to what is familiar to it. It goes for what is safe, what is comfortable for you. So I want to give you an example. You eat cereal every single day, for a long time. This is very comfortable for you. You already know that. And then I go for you, and then I show you a plate with very nutritious foods. And then I say, hey, it's delicious this, and this is way healthier, and I think you should be eating this right now. You are gonna look at that. Your first reaction, it's gonna be kind of suspicious, kind of like uncomfortable, and kind of like, oh, I'm not sure if I'm gonna like that. Why? Because your brain just wants to go to what's familiar. If I came with a bowl of cereal, since you have been eating every day, every morning, you are going to be way more comfortable and you would accept that. And you're like, okay, I like that. Let me eat that. So your brain is exactly like that. It always going to go to what is familiar to you. And psychologists call this as attachment blueprint. So we have blueprints in our brain that were formed in our childhood. So it's kind of like your brain is making a little map for what love feels and looks like for you. Another thing that I wanted to understand about your brain, how these blueprints are formed, is that your brain, it was a blank canvas when you were young. And it's kind of a computer. So every computer is running a program in there, right? So this program that is running, it's going to be different from everybody. So a Mac computer has one kind of program that is running here. A Windows computer has a different program. So all of these programs are being run since you were a child, very young. It was like all blank. But then you started experiencing things, you started seeing things, you started hearing things, and then your brain started putting two files. So you had a files for love, you have a files for money, you have a files for family, you have a bunch of little files in there. And this one that is love, for example, you were putting a lot of things in there in these files that was what you were seeing and what you were experiencing when you were young. So for example, if you saw a lot your parents fighting all the time, there was a lot of chaos in your head, in your house, your brain is gonna go for what's familiar. So in your brain is like, oh, love is chaotic. So I'm gonna go to what is chaotic. So that's why you keep attracting love that it feels chaotic, that doesn't make you feel in peace, that it brings your all this anxiety, because it's what it was being formed in your brain. It was what your program was running. So another example, if you saw your parents being cheated on, your father was cheating on your mom, or your mom was cheating on your father, and you were seeing everything like that, and then everything was going into your subconscious. And then now that you are gonna go for the love of your life, you are going for what is familiar, even though that it hurts. It's what is familiar. That's what I need you to understand. Because 95% of everything that you are attracting, everything that you are manifesting, it's because of your subconscious. It's because of all of this program that it has been running in the background that you don't have, that you are not aware of. So everything that you are going for, what is familiar, it's because of your subconscious. And all of this subconscious, all of these things that were in there, it was because you were, when you were younger, it was happening this. And then everything started happening with you, and then you kept putting more memories in your brain, more in that file of love. And more memories in high intensity, more it's gonna get stuck in your subconscious. So as more as you are used to one thing, one emotion, one idea of what love is, more you are gonna do that unconsciously, and then you are gonna keep attracting that. And that's what is gonna happen with our next part of the brain that I want you to understand, is that the beliefs, everything that you believe, you achieve. Everything that you tell your brain, it's gonna believe it. So if you kept attracting guys that were not good for you, and you kept telling this story in your head that, oh, I am not worth of love, or oh my goodness, love is not good for me, or I only attract the worst guys are the worst, there isn't any guy in the world that is worth a penny. So all of these things that you are telling yourself, you are believing. And then your brain is gonna make you attract things to prove you that you are right. So everything that you are telling yourself, it's what your brain is believing. As more as you repeat, more you are programming your brain for that. So imagine your whole life you are telling yourself that you are not looking in love. What your brain is gonna prove you? That you are not looking in love. And then you are gonna go to what is familiar. And then again, your brain is gonna show you that you are right. And then you are gonna say, oh, did you see? I knew that was gonna happen to me because that's what I deserve, because that's what happens to me, because that is the normal for me. And then this cycle never ends because you are just not aware of it. You didn't take back control yet. So if you know that all of this program has been running in the background and you are not aware of it, and you were just like feeding in there and just like attracting things because of this program, you know that you can take back control and then you can reprogram all of this. So you can make different memories, you can make different beliefs, you can make everything different from what's familiar for you. It's not something that is gonna happen one day because you have been running this program for a long time. But whenever you have the awareness, the clarity, you are able to reprogram, and then you start attracting what is good for you, other kind of guys. So every time that you are saying something to your brain that is believing, you are creating new neural pathways. It's kind of like you are in a trail, right? And then all of this trail, have you ever noticed if everybody goes in the same path, it's gonna be easier to go? It's not gonna have grass in there, it's gonna be just like smooth, it's gonna be easier for you to find the path. This is exactly what happens in your brain. Every time that you are believing on something, that you are repeating something, your brain is just creating new neural pathways. So that's neuroplasticity is here for. If you are creating new neural pathways without your consent, now you can also create new neural pathways with your consent, with you leveraging it, with your control. That is how our brain is so amazing. That's why I love our brain so much. Because after I understood that we have this control to change everything that we are attracting just through our brain, I was like, wow, I have control now in my life. So now it's going to be way easier for me to get where I want, to really find the love that I want. So these neural pathways can be rewired. That is like the big news over here. You can be rewiring all of them. It's gonna take a little bit of effort on you, a little bit challenging, but it's very, very doable. It's not just like woo-woo things. It's just like things that are proved scientifically that works. So why not to take advantage of that? So now you may be thinking, okay, Myra, understood that my brain is going to what's familiar, even though that hurts, is go to what's familiar because of our blueprints, because of this program that has been running. And I also understood that our brain believes everything that it tells it. So how can I change that? I already understood what happens, but how can I change everything? And that's what I wanted to give you 2 exercises for you to do and 1 bonus one. So first exercise, you are going to name the pattern. So I want you to sit down and go in anywhere and just like be remembering about your relationships in your love life. How were they? What was happening on them? Like, were they very emotionally unavailable? Were they just like treating you like shit? Were they cheating on you all the time? How was your patterns? Name them, understand them, and see like, oh, these are the patterns that I have been running. Because with the clarity, you are going to be able to heal everything that is happening. But you needed to understand what kind of pattern have been running into your life. Most women spend years blaming the men. And a lot of them also blame themselves. But they never stop to think about the pattern that they have been working on. And that is the problem, because they don't have this awareness. They just like see the result, but they don't see the cause. What is causing this effect? always look for the cause. The effect is always because of the cause. And talking about the cause, we are gonna go to our step number 2. That is the second exercise. You need to understand the root of everything that came into your life. Because if you have like a plant and the soil is all contaminated, you try to cut the plant that is over there, but then you are expecting it to grow again. But it's not gonna grow again perfectly. It's not gonna even grow again, maybe, because it is all contaminated. The root is contaminated. So we needed to make this root to get out of the contamination of the root for you to really be beautiful and to grow. So that's what this exercise is. I want you to close your eyes and think about love when you were a child. I want you to understand in 2 ways as well. One is like the love that you saw. What kind of love did you see? Your parents or your grandma or your grandpa or your caregivers, were they good with each other? Were they good with love? Were they always chaotic, always fighting? Or were they always like in love and saying good things to each other? Or were they cheating on each other? Were they very rude to each other? Like, you have to really go, close your eyes and go back into your lifetime, go back into your childhood and think about what love looked like for you. And also, I want you to understand how love felt like for you also. How did it look like for yourself? Were you, when you're young, looking for the attention of your caregivers? Were you feeling that you had to fight a lot for attention, to earn something, to earn love? Or were you never validated by them? Everything that you were doing was not enough. Think about this, because this is also things that it's gonna make you run your program. If you were trying to earn love when you were a child, maybe right now you are attracting men that you are doing everything to earn that love, to earn that attention, and you are not getting. Because it's what is familiar for you. So that's why you needed to dive into that and understand what kind of love did you have in your childhood. Was love something that felt safe for you, or you always had tension? Because this is what is gonna dictate what you are attracting, what you're manifesting right nowadays. And I want you to list at least 3 things that you understood that love was when you were a child. And then now you can really see and connect the dots and see, oh, that's why I am attracting this kind of men, or that's why I am my subconscious is going after this kind of man. And then there is the bonus one, that is the energy that you are operating from, the frequency that you are looking for love. That is also gonna make a lot of difference from everything that you are manifesting right now. But this is a little bit deeper, and that's why I talk way more on my 28-day program, that the link is in the description below. And then you are going to understand a little bit more about this frequency that you are in. Because if you are in one frequency, you are going to be attracting men and things on that are the same frequency. But that one, I go a little bit deeper on my program because we don't have time right now to go deeper like that. If you do already the 2 exercises that I'm telling you, a lot it's going to come very clear to your mind, and that you are gonna, when you start getting control back to your life. But after I did everything that I was telling you here, was the first step for me to really attract who now is my husband, that is the love of my life. It was not from the one day like that everything changed. It had like some effort on my part. I need to do the work. I need to heal inside of me, and that's what I'm telling you to do right now. Because even if the love of your life goes in front of you, you meet him today, and you are not healed, you are not even going to get attracted to him, or he is not going to get attracted to you, because you guys are not going to be on the same level. You guys, it's not what is going to be familiar to you that is going to make you feel in love. Maybe you're going to even feel like it's boring, Because now your life is so chaotic that you think that the familiar, the love is chaotic, and it's not. It's just a program that you needed to run inside of your brain for you to be happy. Because remember, your brain is not wanting you to be happy. It's not the main priority of your brain. But if you want it to be happy, you have to do that. You have to create these new neural pathways, this new blueprint for you to really attract whoever's gonna make you happy. So think in the long term. Do these exercises right now that it's gonna be a little bit uncomfortable, but we are here to be uncomfortable, right? We are here to really build something bigger in our lives. And that's gonna be the first step that you can do. So if you have been with me in this video, I wanted to know from you in the comments below if this made sense for you and what kind of patterns have you been running? What kind of things have you been attracting nowadays? Because I'm going to read each one of you and then I'm going to be talking with you as well to help you a little bit more. Second, if you are not subscribed yet, subscribe, because every Wednesday I'm going to be here helping you out and taking care of you, because you deserve love in your life, and a love that is going to make you very happy and fulfilled. And if you want to go even deeper, there is a link in the description below where you can be with me in my program of 28 days that is going to transform all of your love life. So I hope to see you in the next Wednesday, where we are going to be talking a little bit more on how you can manifest the love of your life through neuroscience.